It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Raiders and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100.
Okay, ready?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 4. Richardson to throw off play action. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Inside give to Elliott. And the defense closes quickly there. And will get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Able to avoid him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2nd and 9. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. 15 yards there for number 15. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, You know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. But a strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. And Stroud now to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. That'll give him 8 that time. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, here's Stroud. This is Smith with a grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. Also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Richardson. It's hauled in by Hardy. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and they're going to have a third down. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Shoves him aside. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 22 now, here's second and a yard. Richardson working from the gun. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this to the goal line, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Traylon Burks from 6 yards away. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Now Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
A first down carry by Elliott. There's the stiff arm. Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He'll get this to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Richardson looking to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
A give to Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 31-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. And he rifles one incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
48-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move on by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Stroud working out of the gun. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
5 yards on the pickup.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And
when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Zay Jones, 59 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Stroud's throw complete there to Smith. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Here goes Stroud again.
At the 8-yard line.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Gano's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Swings this out for Hunt. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Rush. this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This is fielded at the 27. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They juked him. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive is in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
The Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Las Vegas.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Back to throw, Rush. He completes it to Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Rush. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
Rush working from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Cooper Rush keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
31. Raiders 17.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 for the Niners there on a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tannehill on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now Rush. Man open, here is Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Rush. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That was 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Rush to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given away just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 66 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Rush. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Rush. And the Niners get there and bring him down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
They go play action with Rush. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Alontae Taylor drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. He'll take it at the 42. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Shaw. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Raiders' 7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jake Funk taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now here come the Raiders. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Complete to Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Rush to throw on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Rush on second down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense that gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.